Steelhead. One of many deemed the fish of 1,000 casts. A fish that has eluded me for over a decade. And with being one of the most sought after fish in the Pacific Northwest, I figured it was time to buckle down. In this series, I will be documenting my journey as I grind through the winter in search of my first winter chrome in over 12 years. Today, I'm joined by my buddy David as he shows me the ropes and helps me get one step closer to completing my goal. Welcome to the Cold Steel Diaries. All right, that's bright. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the first video, 2022. Out with David back here. I don't know if you can see him. Doing some steelhead fishing. Just waiting for the light to break, and we're gonna start floating some worms and beads, and fingers crossed. I haven't caught one in over 12 years, so this is a little documentation of hopefully my first fish, first steelhead in quite some time. So we'll see you guys when it gets a little lighter out. Wish me luck.
First cast out there too.
They literally just got out over there. Damn. I'm digging this rod.
It's good. It's really
Super light.
It's really light.
All right, we've been drifting this hole for about an hour and a half. Probably give it another 45 minutes and we're gonna move. Getting the hang of it, so let's get back to it. Nothing yet, but we've seen a boat down there and they've hooked too. But I'm just getting the hang of it. This is not a fishery I'm super familiar with, and I'm really excited to learn a few things. And I got David with me who knows his stuff, so that's my goal this year is just to learn, get better at stuff I'm unfamiliar with, and this is a good place to start. Fingers crossed for a fish today, but I'm more than down to grind it out for my first steelhead in about 12 years. Because that first steelhead was a guided trip anyway, so I gotta get one on my own. Practicing reading rivers and all that good stuff. But here soon I'll go over the gear we're using so you guys get a little idea of what we're fishing with. And I'm gonna keep grinding, keep casting, watching that float, hoping for a bobber down here soon. After fishing our first hole for a couple hours, we decided to hop around to try a few different spots, try some different techniques, try some different colors, and see what could produce a bite. The setups we were throwing today were two rigs I've been seeing produced for a ton of people this year. Our first method was floating a double setup with soft plastic worms trailed behind with a soft bead. The beads and worms we fished today were locally made by a friend of the channel, Jason from 5for1 Plastics. If you want to check out what he's got going on over there, link to his Instagram and Facebook will be in the description. I fished this on a Shimano Stradic lined with 40-pound Hi-Vis Power Pro braid to a 15-pound Floro bumper and a 10-pound fluorocarbon leader. All this was fished on my 9.9 medium action Stryker rod. Having this light gear setup like this was extremely helpful when casting all day was name of the game. I found that finally having a steelhead setup that felt proper was really helpful in initially building confidence. All gear today will of course be linked in the description below, along with a link to Stryker's Instagram and website if you guys want to check them out. Our second method of attack today was casting spinners, because I've seen this produced for a lot of people this year. I was throwing a 3/8 ounce to an 1/8 ounce Blue Fox spinner in gold and copper color. This was a great way to make tons of casts and cover a lot of water. We spent the day casting and casting and casting, looking to get in front of one fish. Unfortunately, it started to look like a slow day on the river for most. Besides one other bank angler and a drift boat, we only heard of 3 fish caught that day. With us going home empty-handed, there was still something to take away from this trip. Newfound confidence in an unfamiliar fishery, reinstated excitement with a passion I started to lose connection with. I am stoked though, which is good. Haven't felt that in a while. Time well spent with a buddy, and obviously, you just can't beat this scenery.
And as the saying goes, a bad day of fishing is still better than a good day at work.
So as the day comes to an end and we solidify the first trip in the books, I can't help but think about the exciting and rewarding road ahead. And with each new trip, I find myself closer and closer to finding my first.
On the next installment of the Cold Steel Diaries, we're joined by Evan from Oregon Reel Fishing as we fish a new river, new tactics, new conditions, and capture some incredible footage you're not going to want to miss.
If you enjoyed today's video, the algorithm has another one recommended for you right here, and from personal experience, it's a damn good one. If you don't want to miss out on future videos, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Hope to catch you and some fish in the next video. Thanks for watching. I'm gonna get back fishing.
Like the cool blue light